HVAC with Stephen Rardon is sponsored by TrueTech Tools. Quality tools, essential support. TrueTechTools.com.
Good morning, YouTube. It is Friday, September 8th, and I had an appointment around lunchtime today that is not going to follow through, so I'm going to work on something else. I bought a bunch of truck stock yesterday, as you know, and so I am going to try and work on that. And I came out to put the truck stock in the places and all that good stuff, and I found this. My garage door decided that it wanted to spring the chain or something. So I'll probably have to look at that too and see if I can do anything about it. We've had more trouble with this door, but it's also the door we use because the other side of the garage is full of stuff. So anyway, I'm going to work on the truck stock organization and all, and see if we can get all of this put someplace. Went by Ari Michael yesterday, and as always, the boys over there hooked me up with good stuff. So, got to figure out where to put it all. I found this also. Got this used, the Mega Flow manifold from Appion, but the housing is broken. So, I thought I'd see if Appion has replacement components for that system so I can put that into use. But I'm going to start working on this and see where it goes. So I've been looking for a chance to use the WD-40 products that I got a while back, and this may actually be a decent option. So we've got WD-40 Specialist Rust Release Penetrant Spray, and these shackles or floor straps or whatever they're supposed to be called don't want to come loose. So what I'm going to do is hit them with some WD-40 penetrant spray and see how it goes. So I think that one's mine right there. The straw on the can obviously makes it pretty easy to hit a specific spot, and this situation is no different. Helps me hit that nut, and then see if we can find this one. You've got real precision control with the spray button. Actually, kind of surprising how, and I got crap on the lens. It's almost surprising how much control you have with the WD-40 button. There's some other products that they sent me that we'll definitely find a place to put into the videos as we go along. But that's that. I'm going to hit the other two and we'll see if we can get them to break loose. Looks like I'm going to need longer bolts to put those tie downs back into the truck. So I'm going to run over to the hardware store and maybe go check out O'Reilly to see if I can go ahead and get that inverter also tied in. So run over to the hardware store for bolts and O'Reilly for something to maybe get that inverter installed into the truck. I got the cable for the power inverter so I can run that from the battery back to the divider here. Also got dropped a phone number to one of the guys that works there. Says he wants to get his heater checked out for fall. So we'll see if he calls. I'm gonna work my way home and continue with this project. Well, I've got it pretty much set up for now. I've got the plywood down on the floor and the D-rings, at least most of the D-rings installed. I added a refrigerant rack back here in this corner for refrigerant. I've got a lot of the electrical components in this hatch here. My disconnects, my vacuum pump, my switches, my GFIs, transformers, contactors, kickstarts, wiring. Up here I've got my leak detector, my Wohler inspection camera, and my scale. It's amazing how much money you can spend on stock and still not fill your truck.
but I've got capacitors up here, a couple of universal relays, some thermostats. At this point I am stocking the T6 and the T4. Some gas stuff, I didn't get a whole lot of that. Over here on the bottom shelf I've got my recovery kit, my TES 8, my G5 Twin, a bag of miscellaneous tools, my Vito MC, my iManifold kit box, some drills, my Vito Tech Pack, a box with all the WD-40 stuff and some other miscellaneous things. Got an H10 in there, a couple of nitrogen tanks, my torch kit. Over here I turned the shelf so that I can pull the refrigerant from the front. It's well secured. I've got a recovery tank, 410A and R22, my Sporlan Smart Pro R box. Up here I've got some safety switch by Rector Seal, SS1, SS2, SS3, shoe covers. Over here, since I'm actually missing the drawers, it actually looks like the Hillmore swage tool and bender are going to fit there very nicely. The little latch here actually locks them in, and they're snug. They might not come out anyway, but they fit into this pocket very nicely to keep them out of the way but easily accessible. I haven't decided what to do with that. I may see if I can find some drawers. This is a box of all the nuts and bolts. Down here, for now, I've got a bag of PVC fittings and my bilge pump. We'll come up with something better for PVC fittings along the way. I may do some Tupperwares in the slots here. I don't have a good place for my wet vac, shop vac yet. Don't have a good place for the Liquid-Tight roll. Don't have a good place for coil cleaner. I've got my charging hoses and a drop cloth up there and a partial can of 410, extension cord. Over here I've got a bucket for coil cleaning. I've got my big blue leak detector in there and a bucket of mastic right now by the back door. This is definitely a work in progress, and we'll continue as we go. Down there at the bottom we got another bag with some miscellaneous tools in it, and one of my 0G water hoses. As you can see, I got the D-ring on the floor, I bolted the plywood down even where I don't have D-rings set up. I definitely need to come up with something for nitrogen storage. I think I may get another refrigerant rack. I saw one at CC Dixon that has it's United Refrigeration now, but I saw one that has a nitrogen bottle slot on the side, a large recovery tank unit at the bottom, and then refrigerant options at the top, and then I think there's an oxygen and acetylene tube all the way at the top of the stack. As I mentioned, it's insane how much money you spend on truck stock and then you don't even fill the truck. All of those are empty. These are empty right now. That's just sort of a toss-up for several miscellaneous things, some additional solder, saw blades, access fitting flare caps with O-rings. I wanted to show you my setup for the inverter that I got installed. Need to do something with cable management here, but I mounted it high up there, ran the cables down behind the seat under the step here, and then I brought them up through and brought them through that grommet right there. They go out there in the fender well and then comes up here
and ties into the battery. They didn't have black and red, so I just cut red and marked them with blue tape on one and red tape on the other, because it's what I had. Over here I've got a remote switch, and I thought that was actually a pretty good deal, a pretty good idea. So this is a remote switch for the inverter. I've got it routed under and around, and I can hit the switch and turn the inverter on. You see the green light there. And then I need to do something with cable management, like I said, but I can leave the switch on up there and then hit the button on the remote switch and it'll turn itself off. USB back there, I don't know if that makes any sense, but at least it'll give me a independently powered USB port and a couple of outlets up there so I can charge batteries on the run. I may end up putting some kind of a rack on the side to take a mobile printer, maybe, for the option of doing a mobile print. But all in all, I am pleased with the progress that I made today. Got 90% of what I wanted to get into the truck for now in the truck, and it'll be a work in progress as we move forward. The ladder rack will have to do for now. I still need to strap that ladder down, but I've got the ladders on top. I will probably look into getting a jet rack for a 6-foot ladder in the ceiling of the back end at some point here as we continue to build out the truck and try to make a little money. But anyway, I guess I'm just sitting in the dark, but I'm gonna go inside and work on some business paperwork and whatnot, try and get that taken care of and straightened out, and then we'll see you on YouTube when this video goes live. Thanks for watching. Unless something comes up this afternoon, this will be it for now. Like, subscribe, comment, and share, and we'll see you on the next video.